Stay focused and do epic shit. Welcome to What Mindset. Today, let's get started with our new book, Do Epic Shit. So, before getting into the video, do subscribe and press the bell icon and get notified whenever the next episodes are uploaded. First of all, let me give a short note about an author. And the author of Do Epic Shit is Ankur Warikoo. He is an entrepreneur and content creator whose deep, witty, and brutally honest thoughts of success and failure, money and investing, self-awareness and personal relationship have made him one of the India's top personal brands. In his first book, Ankur puts together the key ideas that have fueled his journey. One that began with him wanting to be a space engineer and ended with him creating content that has been seen and read by millions. His thoughts range from the importance of creating habits for long-term success to the foundations of money management, from embarrassing and accepting failure to the real truth about learning empathy. This is a book to read and reread, a book whose lines you will underline and think about again and again, a book you will give to your family, friends, and strangers. Ankur hopes for this book to be in one of the most gifted books ever. Let's get started with the introduction. This book may very well turn out to be the most useless book you will ever buy, because nothing in this book is something you don't know of. This book is not going to be a re-evaluation. It is meant to be a reminder of how life happens to most of us in a similar way yet in equal fashion. This is not going to be something to say new. It is meant to put words to your thoughts that we all feel repeatedly but rarely stop to make sense of. This book is not going to change your life. It is meant to make you more aware, so that you make your choices in life from a state of awareness and not ignorance. This book is a compilation of my thoughts that I have shared on social media over the past 12 months, most of which come from my own reflections, my own observations, and my own experiences. Back in school, we used to play this game called book cricket, where we open our book to a random page and the random page number would determine how much we scored on the ball. I imagine this book to be one such book cricket, except we don't score runs. Instead, here we are reminded. We put words to our thoughts and we became more self-aware. If I could make a suggestion, play book cricket with this book. Every day open a random page, read one, maybe 3 pages, reflect upon them, maybe make some notes, or just smile at how it made you feel, and then come back to the next day. If any day you find yourself saying, I needed to hear this today, consider me the best-selling author of the century. Stay awesome, stay focused, and do epic shit. And here we get into part 1, success and failure. My relationship with success has driven largely than my relationship with multiple failures. The mistakes that I have committed relentlessly over the years. The failures that I sat down with and reflected upon that made me inch towards success at the most unexpected times. The part of success isn't necessarily about prescriptions on how to get successful. It is rather about defining what success really means to you, staying true to that, and then using failures as reflections to create your own success. Nothing beats the feeling of having done more than 24 hours than what the day expected you to do. You planned to do 5 tasks in the morning, ended up doing 7 with more productivity and far more greater energy. That joy, that emotion when you have exceeded your own self is true achievement. Time goes away and leaves us with only one of these 2 things. Regrets or results. A year from now, you will wish to have unfollowed emotionally draining people. A year from now, you will wish to have said no more often. A year from now, you will wish to have said yes to yourself more often. A year from now, you will never be sure of the results. But you can certainly be sure of regret if you don't start it today. What is the single biggest thing you can do to help you towards professional success? People do not have to follow up when you commit to doing something. That's it. How we think of our problems is how the world will think of our problems. While we don't choose our problems, we can always choose how to respond. When we rule over ourselves, we can never be ruled by our own problems. The biggest misconception people have is that they are the odd one out and everyone else is sorted. You are what you do and not what you say you will do. We know ourselves through our thoughts, but we know others through their actions. This is true for others as well. They can't read our thoughts, all they see is what we do. What matters is what they see us doing. Commitments are nothing if not backed up with actions. Luck happens to those that make things happen. If you started creating content, you have greater chances of it being shared by your dream celebrity. If you say hello to every stranger, you even have greater chances of finding your dream partners. If you send cold emails every day, you have greater chances of getting your dream job. Your actions decide your luck. So does your lack of actions. Luck isn't really a great fortune. Luck is what eventually happens when your hard work yields results. Persistence isn't a one-day miracle. It is a conscious choice translated into habit. However, you still keep watching the series. The first few episodes of the Netflix series may be boring. However, you still keep watching the series. It turns out a friend told you to stay at it because it gets interesting eventually. What if we treat our goals and our journey in the same way? Keep at them. Even when they are boring early on, they will get interesting eventually. The results of no efforts is nothing. The result of persistent efforts is the habit where you cannot do the right thing. We have just one life. Why live it with just one identity? Why cannot you be an entrepreneur who also creates content? Why can't you have a day job and also sell your paintings on Instagram? Why can't you be a professional sports person along with applying for B schools? We carve novelty yet settle for a one career life. We carve novelty yet choose to define ourselves by just single role. We carve novelty yet choose to define ourselves by just one role, one title, one function and one designation. We have one life, but we don't need to be one person. Consistency and authenticity is the magic formula to crack the content game. The content game magically helps you when you are creating content at regular times. You are you. You don't have to be someone else. This makes you enjoy the process. You find the hard work is easy and it becomes effortless for you while everyone wonders how hard it must be. If you are not authentic, you will struggle to be consistent. No one can put up a facade for long. True, not just for content, it's just true for life too. The world will constantly be defining success and failure for you. Realizing this is what called self-awareness. Got a job, success. Got a job with CTC less than your neighbors, it's a failure. Got married by 25, success. Got divorced by 30, it's a failure. The truth is your current rules of success and failure has been written by the world. Go ahead and rewrite them for yourself. If you stay true to them, it doesn't matter whether you are a failure according to the world. Success is a relationship you have with your own self. Do not wait to find out what you should be doing. Nobody is a born pro. The pro is an amateur who put in their reps. The pro is the amateur who fell in love with the process. The pro is the amateur who put practice and sleep over binge watching. The pro is the amateur who worked hard even when they had zero audience. The pro is the amateur who persisted even when nothing seemed like it was working. The pro is the amateur who refused to be an amateur and chose to let their hard work do the talking. The pro is the one who chooses discipline over excuses. Even when you know things may never be seen again, apologize. Because you should. You know you're not going to be forgiven. Still you should. Because this is the right thing to do. That is what other person seeks. That is what our role is for other person in a relationship. You may not be wrong according to you, yet if apology is what makes other person have their redemption, it is the right thing to do. Doing what is right never comes with reasons because the right thing is an ultimate reason. Don't measure how valuable you are by the way you are treated. The world is going to treat you how it wishes to treat you. You don't have a control towards that. You only get to choose who you listen to. If you measure your worth by those who don't treat you well, you are choosing to do so. There is someone out there who values you. Start with your own self. Whatever you're feeling today will fade away. That things you imagine is the worst thing ever. When it happens, it will feel like that. If you get up every day and it will be the first thing you think of, until one day when it won't be. No matter how happy you are, how sad you are, you're not going to remember how happy or sad you are tomorrow. Our emotions and feelings are temporary. We think of them as permanent. What you think is the worst thing in your life isn't the worst thing. Most sports are not played on the field, they are played in the mind. The best sports people have coaches who work on their mind training, playing amidst the pressure of millions of eyeballs, performing despite the media frenzy, doing their best even when they are going through a heartbreak. Sports aren't only physical, because anyone can get physically tough. Sports mostly involve mental game, no one sees it and it's only you. It's the victory, the control of the mind, the joy of deciding what to focus on that leads to victory on the sports field. The inner world drives the external one, and it's always. The biggest roadblock to learning is ego. Your ego keeps you from asking questions to those who are younger than you. I must know everything. How could I be so naive? It's impossible that I can't do it without asking them. Ego is a bubble. Instead of bursting it and seeing what all lies outside, we invest more of our energy protecting it. To know what you don't know is a power. To ask and learn what you don't know is a superpower. When you say you have 5 years of experience, is it 5 years of experience or 1 year of experience done 5 times over? Doing the same thing over and over years doesn't make you gain experience in those years. Doing different things out of your comfort zone, to stay curious, to never rest on your laurels, to expand what you know, these truly sum up experience. Living as a template because it's comfortable isn't experience. It is choosing to not to have experience. The only template you need to follow is learning how to bulge out of your comfort zone. And that's it. Every other template is a prison cell designed to make your life harder in the name of comfort. Don't get comfortable. Finding a mentor is a journey everyone should embark upon. Don't place the burden on one person to be your mentor. Have multiple mentors for different aspects of your life. Don't think of mentors as only those who are much older and experienced. The ones who have recently gone through or going through what have already gone through might have a lot more to offer in terms of perspective. When you pick a mentors who are way beyond the level of expertise, you might miss out on a lot. The things that you seek are so obvious to them and they won't even realize you need explanation. When you pick mentors who have same age and experience band of yours, they understand your problems. They highlight your issues and offer suggestions based on what they wish they had, not what they will become 10 years hence. Different life aspects, different mentors at the same time, mostly who have recently gone through what you're going through. Most people treat picking mentors as picking sandwiches at your nearby Macklin star-rated restaurant, picking them because they have been in the place for last 10 years. Picking mentors truly is you're picking your Subway sandwich. You get it to decide everything. It's not my job, which is equal to the death of a startup and a survival of a large company. How could that be possible? In a startup, you may have done multiple hats because it's a small company. The mindset of it's not my job restricts you because now you are living in boundaries that don't even exist. In a large company, everyone is specialized in their roles. The mindset of it's not my job mostly helps you because it would enable the one doing their job to do it well. You don't find your passion, you grow your passion. Passion is not something that makes you. For example, M.F. Hussain or A.R. Rahman or Sachin Tendulkar are day one. Passion is that tiny nudge to paint, compose music or play cricket. The nudge that refuses to leave you till the time you nurture it daily. Passion is persistence because that is the reason you are still in the despite all the reasons to quit. Passion is showing up to do the work, no matter how good you are at it already. Passion is signing up for hard work because not choosing it to be hard on. It is crazy how many people take decisions relying on an Excel sheet when it should be their heart they should be relying on. The decisions about money are best made through the Excel sheet. The decisions about people are best made within our heart. We were all born with the innate ability to ask questions endlessly, and then schools and parents kill it. There are nothing wrong with us as kids, except our environment told us that asking questions is a wrong thing. Don't ask silly questions. Shut your mouth. That's dumb. It's absolute false. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to be genuinely curious to know more. It's more than okay to ask even if others would end up thinking it's dumb. You may have been numb to yourself because it's not cool to be curious, as it helps to know that nurturing your curiosity cat is the coolest thing in the world where people are scared of being called dumb. Only you succeed, people see your success. If you fail, they see your failure. They don't see the journey, only you do. It is on this journey that your life has lived. No one sees the multiple failures before that one huge success. No one sees how you overcame your habits and systems despite having failed because they focus on the end results that you have failed. What you become during the process of success and failure is what's more important. No one else could see it, only you would. So be it, because that's your true life. Success or failure happened as a result. What you did and who you become was your life in a true essence. Success and failure were merely outputs. What you become during the process of success and failure is what's more important. No one else would see it, only you would. So be it, because that is your true life. Success or failure happens as a result, what you did and what you become as your life in true essence. Success and failure were merely outputs. What you carry in your heart to reach that destination is conclusive. If you often worry about what people think of you, you will often end up doing what people want you to do. If you worry that people won't like your decisions, you will make decisions that would please them. If you do not care about people's opinions, you would finally do what you want to. Thinking about what people think of you is living in a prison with bars only in front of you. There is an open space for you to run on the sides, yet what you choose is staying behind those bars. The simple formula to get out of those bars: ask yourself, what do I want? 3 relationships that define almost everything that happens to us in our lives. The relationship we have with money, the relationship we have with time, the relationship we have with ourselves. No one expects a CA to make a visually colorful resume. No one expects a musician to send an Excel sheet proposal. No one expects an engineer to send a video resume. What is why they should consider doing it? Fighting the stereoscope is the greatest way to get attention. If you send a resume that is not how your resume must be, rather than how you are, most companies would react in 2 ways. They would either hate it or they would remember you. Both are good signs, as now the companies select going by who is worthy of you and what ones are those who shouldn't be working with. What if I get rejected? But if you get rejected from the place where you are supposed to be an original and you try to fit in by sending a standard resume? Being yourself is the coolest way to get attention. What is scary for most people, and which is the reason most people don't? There is temporary discomfort in doing the unconventional. There is permanent discomfort in living life as a template. What is going to be scary and uncomfortable walking on your own path? It is going to be scary and uncomfortable walking on your own path. Guess what's even more scary? To walk by the path that everyone walks on, only to realize you never wanted to walk on the path. It is indeed a lot of resistance to break the chains of convention and doing your own thing. However, it saves you from tons of inner resistance for the rest of your life. Allowing for the path you could take, the regrets you could avoid, and the joy you could accomplish. Just by doing the unconventional and resisting the obvious, you can be yourself and be rebeked for a year. Or you can be someone else and never face yourself in the mirror. Why choose the latter when the former is easy springboard to jump away from the hood? While you're building your skills, the most important thing to build is your reputation. Your goal is to make people say, I'm not sure if she knows how to do it, but I'm certain if told to do it, she will definitely figure it out. I trust her. And that is what people should expect from us. We would definitely see those in further episodes and stay tuned for more. So now it's time for you to collect the key takeaways and post it in the comment section. Hope you found something breathtaking in this video and stay tuned for upcoming episodes. Thank you so much for watching and keep growing.